Hi, everybody. Today I want to talk about a new report that was just issued today by the CDC and published in MMWR, stands for Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. The study is entitled Seroprevalence of Infection Induced SARS-CoV-2 Antibodies, United States from September of 21 through February of 22. Now, one of the questions that came up is during the Omicron surge, the first one, the big one, how much did this burn through the United States population? How many people actually got infected? You know, we thought, or I was thinking at least, that those who were not vaccinated, if they were out among people, they were going to get it. So the question is, well, how many of them actually did get it? So this study used antibodies, and they used a special kind of antibody test for COVID that only measured antibodies induced by natural infection, and it did not test for antibodies induced by vaccine. So what did they find? So overall, there was, for the whole population, all age groups, they started with, prior to December, it was 33.5% of the population had been infected based on positive antibody tests. At least were recently enough infected that the antibodies were measurable and detected. Between the December of 21 and February of 22, so you're talking about a 3-month span during that Omicron surge, the overall rate went from 33.5% to 57.7%. So almost 60% of the entire population had been infected at that point in time. Then they broke it down to age groups. So for 0 to 11 and also 12 years old to 17 years old, they were very similar, almost identical. So you were talking roughly 45% at the beginning in December, and by February, 75% of the kids from birth through 18 years of age had been infected. 3/4 of the kids. Okay? Now that includes kids who could have gotten vaccine and kids who were too young to be eligible to receive vaccine. So then you go to the age group 18 to 49, and the seroprevalence went from 37% to 64%. I'm rounding the numbers, taking off the tenths of a percent just to make the numbers easier. From age 50 to 64, it went from 28% to 50%. And from 65 and older, it went from 19% to 33%. So they're hypothesizing that the older population, one, was better vaccinated and boosted. 2, they were probably taking more precautions with masking and distancing. And for those reasons, even though they had a big jump in seroprevalence, it was nowhere near to the degree that the younger population had. So overall, about 60% of the people, actually 58% of the whole population of the United States overall, showed signs of natural infection to COVID. Excluding all the vaccine stuff, just being infected. And if you take a look at the kids, 75% of the kids had been infected by February of 2022. So I thought that was interesting. It kind of goes and it kind of explains that, yeah, we did acquire some additional herd immunity during that time. And how long it will last, who knows. But I thought the numbers were interesting in case you were wondering. Thanks for watching.